We're alive!
Woo!
Ooh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Nexus at Nights, your weekly. What the hell are we? I'm Atlas.
I mean, like realistically, like we're probably just gonna start transitioning to like streaming on Fridays instead of recording the podcast because frequently we just like run out of topics, right?
Yes.
And
And
also,
yeah,
like sometimes talking about new cards is cool and all, but it's just like if we're just gonna be like going over the weekly streams and talking about new reveals, then that's not like podcast worthy, right?
no. It's not like we're Pod Save America for Vanguard. I don't think we have our heads up our asses that far to make that happen that way.
Yeah. But yeah, like frequently we either like don't have a topic for the podcast or like it's a topic that I haven't finished forming in my head and it ends up as like a 20-minute video 3 weeks later.
Yeah. So I guess this is how we'll be for a while. The podcast isn't dead, but I think we as a channel are different now.
Yeah. Like you're also like you're married and you have a life.
Yeah. But that's yeah.
No, I think like streaming is just more flexible. Like we can just do other things if we're not feeling it.
Do other things if we're not feeling it. Do it other nights of the week if do it earlier in the day so we don't make Matt stay up till 10 p.m.
Yeah. I will say like Wednesdays and Thursdays, typically my gaming friends are not around, so I am more open to streaming on those days if you are. Okay. I remember like Thursdays weren't great for you, but I don't know if that's changed or not.
That was last year where my classes with the school district were on Thursday nights and we're just the whole evening was taken up. This year, those classes are on Mondays, and then I have to meet with my district mentor on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So that's good. I mostly just use my Thursdays for locals now.
Yeah. So that's the other thing is like, I don't want to take you away from your locals. See, mine's on like a Sunday afternoon. Ain't no one recording a fucking stream on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, Sundays on Twitch with Root Beer. That's the musical of the season.
Yeah. Like, I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's where that thing was. Okay. So tomorrow is Vanguard Day at my locals.
Mm-hmm.
And so normally we do premium on Saturdays, but fuck you is standard. And it's got to be one of the ones, fated or destined ones.
Well, I thought Vanguard Day was just like a competitive event, isn't that?
Or whatever it is. It's like something, the store gets some kind of extra promo.
Yeah, whatever.
Stuff,
and you play an anime deck. I know what that event is.
Yeah. So no premium day for me, unfortunately, but I have Wellstra. So
yay.
Yeah. And went X1 with it on Thursday, and Shoto Doji is still fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Deck isn't even like fully out yet. I don't know if I want to make a video like going back over everything in set 3 since we already do set reviews, but like
yeah,
I feel like enough time passes between those videos, and also we have the benefit of hindsight now.
Oh, like the effects of the set.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of interesting where it's like
yeah, because I know Outer Orange does a video of just like what to buy from the new set, right?
Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I haven't talked to Orange in a while. I hope she's doing well.
Yeah, she's doing fine.
Yeah. I know she had some family stuff like some months ago, but I never got to see the outcome of that. So I hope she's all right. The I do know that she was privy to the little flare up on Twitter this week.
I don't really want. See, like I didn't post a video this week just because, like, partially because I didn't have an idea, and partially because, like, it would, to be timely, it would have to be about buyouts, and I don't want to talk about fucking buyouts because the talking points are the same as when I made my video about generics.
Which is?
They need to fix their goddamn case ratios, and they need to print more interesting cards at low rarity.
There you go, then.
Like, I haven't opened a case in a while, but I remember seeing other people, like, since Divine Z started, that, like, triple R ratios are just in the toilet. Now we have, like, I think it used to be you could get anywhere from like 5 to like 8 or 9, and now it's consistently 5. And I apparently some cases have been as low as like 3.
3? Are you serious?
Yeah,
That's nuts.
and so it's just like we can have 8 triple R's in a case.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it should be consistently like between 7 and 9. You know, like if you low roll a case and get 7, like tough shit, but like in general, like average 8, so that like it's more available and like weird, stupid buyouts don't happen.
What was the
easily.
what was the buyout that caused it in the first place? So for people who are wondering,
there's a lot because there's a bunch of things have gotten revealed. So
okay,
it started with like the dual nation for Brantgate and Dark States, aka the worst one. Like honestly, like gun? The more I don't know. I don't remember what they all look like. It was like the demon lady.
Oh, okay.
But it's the one that's like you look at top cards equal to the number of set orders plus 1, soul charge 1, and then you can either like grab something from a unit card from the soul or like a set order from your soul.
I see.
You know, it's like the worst one.
Gotcha.
But like that one got hyped up possibly because of Odium, which is very stupid because Odium absolutely does not want to use that. But also I guess like maybe it sees play in Dayusha, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like but like there's no reason. And in fact, like the more I play with the dual nation cards, the more I think they're all terrible except for the Dark States Dragon Empire one.
Oh yeah, that one is pretty good.
Yeah, because like I've been trying to use Valtrosa and Liel, and oh my god, I would like to be playing anything except this card. I guess the cabbage is also okay because that one just makes a plant token.
Yeah, I do like that the plant token guys are just like fruits now, or it's like here's an orange, here's a broccoli, here's a cabbage.
Yeah,
plant tokens.
It's a cabbage riding on a dragon. That's funny.
It is a little funny to be certain. Yeah. But yeah, our friend from college like was talking smack. You dunked on him, and then everyone was like,
now everyone see, that's the thing, is like his original take was just kind of like blandly FOMO because he started talking about specifically with Liel. Like the conversation as a whole started because of the Dark States Brantgate one, but that card is ass and no one cares. The fact that thing is $20 cope as hell. It'll probably be 5 again when everyone realizes it's unplayable.
Okay.
But yeah, so like his original take was just like posting the bot out Liel and like, what did you expect? Which is just kind of like a useless statement. Like it's not helpful, but like whatever. It was not worth commenting on because it's just kind of the general like FOMO attitude that people have of just like, oh, you gotta buy everything early, like whatever.
Yeah.
But like, you know, people replied to him. I don't think they were being particularly mean, just being like, look, not everyone's gonna like buy cards at the right time. You know, this comment is like kind of unhelpful and pointless.
Yeah, people show up to the game new and like,
yeah. But that's the point, is like people have different priorities. And then he just got like really weirdly like mean and elitist about it, where he was like, well, you know, if people had other priorities back then, they don't matter now. Like if you wanted to get in the game to play Liel, I have to laugh at you. And it's like, what the fuck? Like that's such
Who is like that for? Yeah.
Like that's such a like mean. Yeah, it's just like mean. Like, why would you say that? And so that was the comment that really like set everyone off to start dunking on him, because it's like, you know. So yeah, like everyone started dunking on him, and then he like doubled down with like the weirdest goddamn statement of like, let me find it, because that was the one where I started calling him like a bitter. I got like pissed off enough to just resort to name calling.
Yeah.
Where I called him like a bitter asshole because, but you know, like the gist of it was like people have to like find some other card to like jerk off to, and it's like, that's just fucking weird.
This is not a good time to be weird in our country.
Yeah. No, it's like that was such a like out of nowhere statement too. It was
Yeah.
just like, why would you say that? Like, that's just like that's not productive. It doesn't like that's why I called him a bitter asshole. It's like clearly you're just mad that the internet is dunking on you, and I get it. That's not fun, but like you have now just said such a like weird, gross thing that everyone just thinks you're a creepy weirdo now.
Yeah. And like Matt was always kind of on our asses about not being so quick to revel in, you know, misfortune for other people, which honestly, good for him.
Yeah.
We should have been on that train way sooner than we were.
Yeah,
But
like, I've been trying to like temper my takes recently.
yeah, but if it's gotten to the point where Outer Orange is being like, honey, no, just stop.
Well, that's the thing
Like,
is like that was the reaction to when he said he would has to laugh at people who wanted to get into the game for just Liel because she sucks. But like after he made the second one about like jerking off, I think everyone has just like, okay, we should probably just like stop talking to this person.
yeah.
And like that's just a shitty place to like put yourself in, that like a decent chunk of the community has now just ostracized you because you're weird and gross.
Yeah. It's like I went and talked to him after because I didn't know what was going on. I think was this at night or
I think I started talking to you about it at night.
Okay.
In the evening, but
okay.
like it was happening in the like morning and afternoon.
Okay, so it was going on while I was at work then.
Yeah.
So during my lunch break, Monster WTF happened. A hop in and suddenly about a mortar jerking off.
Yeah.
No. We a friend of ours, another person in the community, had a bad take on Twitter, and we're talking about kind of the result and aftermath. If you want to go look on the Nexus at Night Twitter for what that was, go look at the replies. But
honestly, I kind of didn't really want to talk about it, but like I guess we have to.
I think we should, just because it's at the very least interesting. Because like I went to him after, and I was like, just stop.
Yeah, like I think it's mostly like after everyone dogpiled him twice, like he just kind of went back to more like bland posting, but like yeah, that was just like a weird day.
Yeah, he had the gall though when I hit him up for him to be like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, why else am I here? I also found it funny that I like every single reply after he got dogpiled was, I couldn't find you in the sea of comments. I couldn't find you in the sea of comments.
Yeah.
Over and over. But I went a little teachery on him, and I was like, people got mad at you because they were trying to empathize with those who missed the buyout and still wanted to play the deck or renew or whatever. But your response was essentially sucks to suck. It comes off not only elitist, but unempathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like his original take was like not that offensive. It was like the one everyone quote tweeted where he basically just said "fuck you" if you wanted to play this deck, and it was just like, ugh, come on, man. Like I kind of resorted to name calling too, but it's just like after a while, his comments just got really like weird and intolerable.
Mm-hmm.
Also, apparently, we're getting Deer Days 2.
We are?
Yeah. I guess there's a poster for it at like a Japanese event or something. Apparently, It's going to be coming out like January 30th, 2025.
Okay.
Curious.
Neat.
That's a good time because like the way the schedule, like the anime is wrapping up soon, which means it's probably going to come out in like the downtime between sets.
Okay.
Maybe we'll get an actual premium product. We're not going to get a premium product.
Maybe they'll give us our equivalent Master Duel. They won't do that.
Nah. Speaking of Master Duels, I pulled the Stardust pack earlier. Or, the like new commemorative sets for like Junk Warrior and Stardust. Yeah. I got shit for it, by the way.
Oh, buddy, that's rough.
Yeah, it sucks because those also don't give you like pity pulls.
Oh.
You know how like if you don't get a UR in the set, you get like a pity UR the next 10 roll?
Right.
You don't get those.
I hate that that's the thing where it's like, well, give it to you. Give it to me now. I'm not opening physical packs. You can program it to be like once per 10.
I mean,
or
I still
whatever.
hate that the game just like straight up lies to you about SRs sometimes.
What?
You know how like you open a master pack and they'll have like the yellow border and you think, ooh, an SR, and then you open it and there's no SR.
Oh yeah, that is annoying.
Like I hate that the game just like lies to you like that.
How? Okay, I understand that the yellow border means you're probably getting an SR. Rainbow is UR, right?
Yeah. And I don't think the URs lie to you. I
Okay.
haven't seen the URs lie to you, at least.
And then what is the lightning bolts? Because I notice it's not the same every time. Like when you click on the pack and goes.
I don't think they mean anything, to be honest. Like, I
Okay.
can't tell you what half the animations actually mean.
Yeah.
People have speculated that the like Utopia is just means like a card will be shiny.
Oh, well, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's very annoying that like you can just run out of UR dust and there's kind of no way to come back besides like dismantling other stuff or buying a fuck ton of packs.
Yeah, well, that's like normal gacha game stuff. I'm pretty sure that's just how CCGs work.
That's life, I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck you if you want to get this deck. Sounds like Bushi to Nirvana players DBTO 6 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't seen much Nirvana stuff. I know he's not the main character anymore, but still.
Okay. Well, I know one of the like anime accounts, Inky Mari on Twitter, has been speculating about where the anime will go.
Okay.
And like, okay, so Eugene is a double R, right? Like we've got that confirmed.
Yeah.
So that means that there is still a triple R spot available for Dragon Empire for like a new unit.
Yeah.
And also the secret rare for Liel Odium is secret number 2 in the set. Which means there's a secret number 1 that's probably in Dragon Empire, because Dragon Empire is first in the set order.
Yes. So Dear Days 2 got revealed. You missed it by that much. We brought it up like
we just brought it up.
Here.
And you know, like the little dragon plushie Sybil in the anime happens to have like the same color scheme as Nirvana. So like they are speculating that like Sybil might be like secret evil Nirvana destined one as like cool. The triple R for Dragon Empire that set. We'll see if their theory pans out. They're a genius if it does. But yeah. So yeah, like because Eugene's the double R, that means like there's a triple R for Dragon Empire somewhere that's going to be that like could be like Secret 7th Destined one. We'll see how that goes.
I'm not sure how I feel about what's it called? The Eugene card being a double R. Easier to get. It's gonna be like 5 cents or whatever.
I mean, it's going to be 5 cents if it was a triple R, let's be real.
Touche. But also, just as if Eugene didn't suffer from legitimacy problems already.
Right? I mean, I don't mind it. I wish they printed more boss units at low rarity. Like, people got really excited when they remember in, like, I don't remember what set it was, but they just, like, randomly printed support for a bunch of, like, low rarity cards like Shield Fisher.
Yeah.
And everyone got really excited for that because we don't have a lot of like popper decks in Vanguard.
That's true.
That's also why like Virgilo was really cool, where it was like originally just a rare in the set. Like they're giving it a TD now, but also the TD is $20 and decently complete out of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like so I think like things like that are nice for like popper players. You know, the pores,
as it were, yeah.
For the pores. But like, yeah, you know, it's nice to have like budget decks. Hopefully, the Eugene is like decent, right? It also means I'm like 1 for 5 on my predictions so far. Seeing the like thing with the secrets where like Liel Odium is secret number 2, which means it's like maybe secret number 1 is Dragon Empire, means that like my prediction on the secret 7th Destined one being related to Reziel or Levidros is wrong. Unfortunate.
I mean, your predictions are still like Not, 1 for 5 isn't terrible
Yeah.
for.
I mean, I think Eugene was an easy call.
Yes, he
Uh,
was.
I'm hoping Flagbird gets something. Like, because if they're retraining all the set 1 bosses, Zorka already has, like, the most forms out of any of them. They might reprint or print, like, a new Orphis. That doesn't seem that far out of possibility. Also, they just like to keep printing, like, random bad Orphis cards for some reason.
Yeah, I've noticed that, like, they figured out their game plan, like, what, set 8 or something? Or, like, that was a while ago.
I mean, it was a long time. Whenever the second Orphis came out, because Orphis Mass kind of changed things.
Yeah. But the one after that, Cardinal?
No.
Orphis Deus? What was the name?
Fine, I'll look it up.
I'm doing that too.
Regis.
Regis, thank you.
Yeah, because that came out in the festival collection just randomly.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still on the, like, new Solarion agenda. That one's been a decent amount of time, and I don't expect them to make a third Hexa Orb for no reason.
Your second Hexa Orb is solid, isn't it?
It's fine. I think it's a little outdated for the current meta now.
I see.
I think at this point the problem is just, like, your rear guards don't gain enough power.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, do you want to do new cards, PogChamp? I do want to talk about, like, some of the new cards.
Sure.
Because we got Odium, of course, but we also do have, like, the rest of Night Rose, and we have, like, a sort of deck list that, like, Different Fight and Solemn got on the stream earlier today.
Saw. Yeah, I hit him up after it went live, and I was like, if you need someone to do Pale Moon with, and he's like, I already got someone with Pale.
Well, yeah, there's, like, other people who do Pale Moon in this community.
I know, but it's worth a shot, no?
Yeah. Anyways, I'm here because I'm the Liel Coper.
Yes.
So grade 0 is the same grade 0 as everything. One of these days I'm just gonna make a video about how I miss Forerunners. And then Tiglet, the grade 1, when you ride the grade 0, you get the Destined Timepiece token. And then the Destined Timepiece is just like, you cannot ride anything that's not Liel, and you can get regress gauges. Life Cessation Colossus, which is a pretty cool fucking name.
This is the one that you were like, yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah. No, not that one. This is just the grade 2 in the ride line. So you put a card as a regress gauge, and then draw 2. And then, yeah. So Liel Odium is like, your front row gets 5k for each distorted Bane you have as a regress gauge. On attack, you Soul Blast 1, choose a card from rearguard circle or hand, put it as a regress gauge, and if you do, it gets triple drive. It is specifically triple drive and not just drive +1, which is funny. Randomly loses to Sanctitude. And then the Divine Skill, which I think everyone was hyped for, is at the end of the battle it attacks. If you have 5 or more regress gauges, discard 2, you get an additional turn. It gets drive -1 during that turn, and you skip the ride and main phases.
So just redo your battle phase and draw.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Basically, like, you redo your battle phase. It, like, undoes defensive abilities, but also undoes your own power gains from, like, Persona Ride and the like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a strong Divine Skill. Like, it puts the deck in an interesting place where, like, it is a 3 attack deck except for, like, when you Divine Skill. So the goal is to, like, build up pressure, and then, like, you will Divine Skill to end the game, hopefully. Which I think is an interesting way of, like, doing it. Like, I like the way they are taking the design of these, like, once per fight kind of abilities. And, like, I'll talk about it with Night Rose too, where it feels like they are trying to create that sort of deck where, like, you are building up to a big kill turn instead of just, like, every turn you make 5 attacks.
Yes, Shoujo Joji. I'm looking right at you. I also think it's interesting that for the, like, evil Liel, instead of it being like, oh, it's the same nation, but with the mask on, this is a whole different nation, all the different support cards too. Yeah,
because this one is closer to being like Gear Chronicle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess the thing I said was like, Liel Amorta is Chronojet. You know how, like, Chronojet focus more on multi-attacking with, like, Time Leap?
Yes.
And then Odium is Chrono Fang. because Chrono Fang's gimmick was that it like bound cards to gain power, and then you
Yes.
got like extra drive checks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Liel Amorta is Chrono Jet, Liel Odium is Chrono Fang. And then Distorted Bane is you may soul charge one. Please, you probably do not want to actually soul charge one off of this. Let's be real. This decks out really goddamn fast.
I see.
And then you put it. You may soul charge one, then put it face up as a regress gauge, and then when it gets regressed, you can draw a card, choose one of your vanguards, get plus 10k. So this is just a good card. Like it accelerates your regress gauges, obviously, so it's how you get to your divine skill. It makes Liel herself really big, but your opponent's probably just going to PG it. And then, obviously, like the first ability of Odium, where you get 5k for each Distorted Bane, means that you can like build up power the more you use it. It also means like we'll see with the grade 3 triple R that she got, but like if you have Distorted Bane like in the drop zone or something, like you could put it as a gauge without playing it and just get the extra power boost.
Okay.
That's something I like when testing. I've done it on like the divine skill turn, where because you skip your main phase, you can't play the Distorted Bane, so I'll just use Liel's effect to like put it as a gauge and get the extra 5. A Blaze Chimera, so it's a grade 1 rare. When it's placed on rearguard circle, if you have grade 3 or greater Liel, counterblast 1, look at top 5, choose a grade 3 or less card, call it. This card is fine. Ami Ditano, when it's placed on rear or as a regress gauge, choose one of your units that gets 5k. I don't mind the extra power boost, and also like you could theoretically use it twice. It's just that like I don't have space for this.
Well.
I'm so sorry.
If it isn't
That's
the
okay.
consequences of my own actions, no. What's up?
I forgot it was 9:30 now.
It's okay.
That's okay.
How are you?
It's 10 o'clock, I said to myself. And
Yeah.
then oh my god.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Anyway, I'm hanging out. What's
Yeah.
up, everyone?
We're doing new parts PogChamp right now.
Oh yeah. What's sick? Did they
Yeah.
what so give me did they reveal the Night Rose shit?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
Oh, we'll get to
okay,
it.
okay, cool.
I might just pull up the full deck list now that we have it. I'm sure the wiki.
Mhm.
Surely the wiki has updated everything. Yes. So I'll just pull up the wiki after we're done with Amorta.
There's some guy on the wiki like, okay, waiting for the last card.
Almanac
It's
Colossus. So when it's placed on rearguard circle, if you have a regress gauge, which you absolutely will by the time you get to turn 2, counterblast 1, draw a card, soul charge 1. Honestly, I wish the soul charge wasn't mandatory because I would use this card more if that was the case.
Otherwise, you'll deck out.
Yes.
Yes.
I love having like 9 cards turn 4. Oh, that's not what I wanted to click. And then if you have 3 or more regress gauges that gets boost, that's fine. I have found that I wanted boosters sometimes. And then Anachronist Dragon, probably the best support card. So if it is in the gauge zone at the beginning of your battle phase, you can counterblast 1, choose a card from your drop, put it as a regress gauge, and if you do, you call it a rearguard circle. So like I was saying earlier with Distorted Bane, if you have additional copies of Bane, you can like drop 1 and then call Anachronist Dragon and like gauge the Bane as a way to like cheese extra copies for more power.
Gauge the Bane has such a nice sound to it.
Yeah, and then when on attack, if you have grade 3 or greater Leo, it gets 5k, and if you have 3 or more regress gauges, you can Energy Blast 2 and retire an opponent's rear guard, which is good. I like that they give these kinds of cards to a 3-attack deck. Like, I think the way that they need to make a 3-attack deck viable, especially one like this, where the goal is to like build up to your 1 kill turn where you have 6 attacks, is to like give it ways to survive. So like control abilities like retiring your opponent's rear guards like goes a long way towards giving the deck tools to get to like the turn where it wins.
There's something there with like having control elements, and how much do you have to do for it to be like defensive enough?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you actually even need that much because, again, like Liel, if you're thinking about it in terms of like a control deck in Magic, I think you said this before, Matt, where like the goal of a control deck is to like build up to a finishing move. You're not just like controlling your opponent's cards for the sake of controlling them.
Yeah. Like I think I can't. There were times when you would play like extra slow, like the classic like boomer control deck in Magic was called Drago, and basically it just played like 28 counter spells and like a single 3/1 that was like virtually impossible to deal with because anytime they target it, you could phase it out, and that was the whole. And you just killed them with this 3/1 over like many turns. But like eventually, that was not enough, right? Like, you didn't have that many counter spells. First of all, they just didn't print that many ones that were good. But also, like your win con would be one. I mean, you would some control decks still exist where you just have one threat that is just the most obnoxious thing on the planet,
like a Spectre border in Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, like, you have a card called Etherling that was a control finisher back in Return to Ravnica block.
Okay.
It was like 4/6 for 6 or something. Like you could like swap around its power and toughness, so it could become like an 8/1 or like whatever. So like or a 9/1, so it could hit your opponent really hard in one swing. But also it had an ability where if they target it, you could like blink it out, and then it would come back and it's annoying again. And like you don't just cast a card on turn 6 ever, because if you do that, they can just kill it because you're tapped out. But you just eventually your opponent runs out of shit. You draw 8 billion cards because of Sphinx's Revelation or something, and you just slam this on the table with like 5 more mana up, and your opponent, you're like, oh, deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh, because so you slowed the game down to a crawl.
Like you've out-resourced your opponent enough, and then you have this card that they can no longer deal with. Which is a way to play control, yeah.
Yeah, so like I think that's the way like a 3 attack deck would have to work in Vanguard. Is like that's why I like the divine skills being like this once per fight thing where they can have something more like that style of control deck where you play a slower game where you try to out resource your opponent, and then you have the divine skill where you get to skip your opponent's turn.
Yeah, my only iffiness with control in Vanguard is that the deck size is actually a pretty hard limit.
Yeah.
Because first of all, you have to attack. Like you're never gonna not attack. Second of all, like you run out of cards reasonably quickly in Vanguard.
Yeah. No, I think like this deck can maybe make it to turn 5 and then you will deck out.
Yeah. So it's hard to play that way. So, like you have your own clock.
Yeah.
I think if there's any clan I'm surprised they didn't do more of a control thing with, it was Genesis, just because of the existence of Dreaming Dragon. You would think with something that could constantly be refreshing your deck, you would go, okay.
No, it's fine. Just attack like 15 times with Angelic Wiseman. You'll win the game.
Yeah. Or you have something like our friend Silver who will plays the V version of Witch of Frogs Melissa on your turn to make you call over your board and then deck you out. That way, it's very frustrating to play against.
Funny, because I have been experimenting with the Hourglass Guy Sacrifice Glass that came in set 3.
Yeah, he's playing that too, but that's
I know. No, that sounds like the kind of deck you would play because Saccharine Bait just forces you to call 3. It's not like up to 3. It's like you just have to call 3.
It's 3 to open circles, so like if you have a mostly full field. Anyway, so
yeah, but it is still one of those things like, oh cool, I can just casually draw like 2-3 cards.
Yep. That's
and then just like fill your board with garbage.
It's a neat deck. It's kind of interesting to watch.
We also have some useless Orphis cards. All the Orphis players say that they're bad, so I'm not going to read them.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So we have Marauding Shade. So it has the hollow ability, and then if it becomes hollow, if you have the Night Rose Crest, it gets 5k. If you have 10 or more in drop zone, it gets 10 instead of 5.
Sure.
And then basically the same effect, but on guard circle with shield.
Hold on, this card's cool.
Yeah, no, this card's sick.
Well,
it's just a 20k beater and a 15k shield.
Is that Ruin Shade, like art-wise? Because it kind of looks like him with the purple and the mostly hidden face.
Could
Let
be.
me see. Isn't Marauding Shade an actual card? Nope. Yeah, I guess it is like Ruin Shade, but like not.
Because I don't
Ruin Shade's twin brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know Ruin Shade is a girl.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because the original one was Ruin Shade, and then this is like Ruin Shade. It is Wish.com Ruin Shade.
Wish.com. It's the Temu Ruin Shade.
Yeah.
The Kirkland Ruin Shade, the Ruin Shade at home. Yeah.
The Kroger brand.
Kroger brand Ruin Shade.
Mm-hmm. And now, Miss Phantasm, Pirate King, Nitro. So GB2 on attack, Counter Blast 1, retire 2 rear guards. Choose up to 2 grade 2 or greater cards with different names from your drop zone. Call them the rear guard circle. And then if you have 10 or more cards in the drop zone, they get this unit gets a crit. And then if you have 15 or more, the called cards get power plus 10,000. So this is just like a 5 attack turn, and your numbers are fuck huge, and she has a crit.
All right, that seems good.
Yeah. No, like I think so. Like similar to Odium, I think like Night Rose ends up being a style of deck where you're going to be making 3 attacks most of the game, like building up advantage with things like Negro Bone that can just like retire itself to draw. You can make a field for like not a lot of hand investment. So if you just call like Negro Lazy call something, and then like when Negro Lazy dies, it just countercharges for you, so you get some of your resources back. And then of course, like with Night Rose's GB2, you can just call back a Marauding Shade unhollowed and have a 15k intercept. Yeah, and then and Largov, the Stride Dragon for Stoicheia can like Soul Blast 1, bounce a grade 2 or greater card from drop zone to hand. So that is another way for you to just cycle extra Marauding Shades to not die until you can Stride Night Rose.
I'm not sure if this gets the shield for intercepting the way that it's worded here. It says when it's put on guard circle, right?
Put shit is because it's placed. That's only when you guard from hand.
I see. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. I hate the wording here. But why isn't it just a continuous then?
I don't know.
I know Ruin Shade, all of her things are like auto skills. Maybe they were trying to capture the vibe.
I'm sure it gives me a headache, man.
Yep.
Yeah, but like the point is it's like a 15k shield. So I think the idea is like you have Enlargov that you can use to like cycle Marauding Shades back to your hand. So if you have like 1 on the field, 1 in your hand, that's like 30k shield worth of cards.
Mm-hmm.
And so that should be able to get you to your Night Rose turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then like this ought to kill somebody. If you have like 5 attacks that are all above 30k and you still lose, you probably did something wrong, or your opponent like checked the OT.
Or they're playing glass. What's up, Ed?
What's up, Ed?
Yeah. I got my stuff for Silhouette Man today, but I still have to wait to get my car back from the mechanic because the deck for Silhouette Man is in the trunk.
Yeah. One of the guys at my local has my like storage box, so hopefully I get all my lyrical stuff back.
Good.
And then Silver, because gave me like most of the cards I needed to finish the like Codex deck. I still need 1 more copy of the grade 3 and like 1 more copy of the grade 2. And 1 more copy of Alvina, my VTuber persona.
Nice.
So true.
Someone found the Dear Days 2 trailer. If anyone wants to link it down.
I heard.
Yeah. I saw the banner someone found at like a tournament, and then I guess we're like getting more info, but yeah, that's just coming out in January. I can't remember if Dear Days 1 was like a global release.
Is this kind of insulting?
I mean,
the Yu-Gi-Oh ban list thing is certainly insulting.
Oh, we get it tomorrow.
I know.
Yeah.
Is ready to threaten us with another $70.
Only 70? No, you're not counting all the DLC for the extra sets.
For
right?
real.
I mean, maybe they learned their lesson and make it 60, but I doubt it.
60 is still a little too much, I think.
Yeah.
Does that mean so? It's shocking to me. I don't know how well the first one sold, but I guess it sold well enough to make a second one.
Yeah. I mean, clearly it sold well enough in Japan for them to make a second one. But also I think like part of their content strategy that they've talked about in their like shareholder meetings and the like is to just expand the IP into like more video games and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So like they were probably just going to make it because they're trying to expand Vanguard as an IP.
Okay, maybe you can do that by not reprinting your game every 3 years. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That way, most actions.
No, you're right. I was just like, I somebody just posted the Dear Days 2 poster in this Discord I made, and I'm just like,
There it
that's
is.
how it is.
There we go. Now that we're like starting to do streaming more regularly, I will stream it in January if we get like a global release. I can't remember if the other one was a global release. I think it was.
The first reply to the poster was, "Hold up, the girl is cute though," and that was. I'm just sitting here like, what are we doing here?
Matt, I know you know about the Yu-Gi-Oh ban list. Have you seen like what happens anytime someone posts or anytime Konami posts not the ban list before we found out what the exact
Oh
was?
no, I actually think I was just spamming some meme. in
That's
the
stupid
comments.
vomiting horse.
Yep. So
I'm not. I'm okay. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I have not seen this horse, and I don't want to.
I don't think I'm not going to bring up the picture.
We're not
of the
gonna
horse.
like show people.
I
Although
don't
people
know.
did make a lot of funny edits with like cucumber
I'm
horse
sure.
and like Sleipnir.
I like the Phantom Knights one
Mhm.
that I saw. But yeah, anytime someone posted like, "Hey, check out our new Megatins," and then like, "Where's the fucking ban list, you assholes?" It was just they would post the vomiting horse.
I don't know why everyone's worried about when we're getting the ban list. We know exactly when we're getting it.
What's
Yeah.
up, Cole?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, and they announced it in like the video description of
That is-
Zayn Malik being the Shadow Duelist.
That is
Yeah.
so funny.
The fact that it wasn't even like, guys, look at this. It was like, oh shit, down there in the fine print.
Ban
Nice.
list. I guess we should talk about just how like load bearing this ban list feels for the game, right?
Yeah, so many people are leaving.
Well,
Like
for
the
you,
recent regionals have had like shit attendance, and
Yeah,
even like the YCS in Sacramento was like under 1,000,
Mhm.
which is abnormal for them.
Houston too had a
that
really
regional was
small one.
quite
Mhm.
low.
And then there's actually one in down here in SoCal tomorrow, actually. But what's the goddamn point? 'Cause it
That
just-
is
Oh
the
my,
worst day.
it's a regionals, right? Can you imagine if they just announced it like round one of the regional
they're
again?
going to. That's probably what's going to happen.
What sucks about this regional, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said it was. They actually said it on stream, but it shows that no one watched the stream.
Yeah, because who cares about the stupid Shadow Duelist thing? Like, they announced it as, like, the biggest event ever, and everyone was like, ooh, are we getting, like, legacy formats or, like, draft duels? And then it's, like, Zayn Malik in a creepy mask.
What sucks about the California regional being on literally the day that we know we're getting the ban list
Mm-hmm.
is like
It just
a lot of
does not
people will
matter.
go to events and then sell the deck, right?
Right.
And that's like not even on the table.
Yeah.
So they probably already sold it because they know.
Yeah. But what if there's the one guy this ends up not being a murder ban list, like we're hoping, and he's like, okay, I guess I can sell it then. To the one of three.
I
other
assume
people here.
a lot of things are getting banned.
I
Hopefully.
mean, they have to, right? Like, this ban list is so load-bearing right now. Like, the meta is so ass right now.
I'm sure they're gonna do dumb shit.
Uh-huh. But it's just like, okay, you have Snake Eye that can play through like 15 interruptions, and then every deck underneath it is some sort of stupid FTK, whether it's just like playing Dimension Shifter, a literal FTK with Gimmick Puppet. You know, where was that? I wonder if I still have that one video on Twitter where it was like the opponent was about to start their turn, and then the guy's like, and they reveal like Maxi and two Mole Charmies. And then, so the opponent like T sets pass, and then their turn, they reveal Sangen summoning, and then just like shake my hand.
Shake a poor sinner's hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
The reaction to the potential of this ban list is like 70 million divorces happening at once. They gassed it up for a month, but no one cared. Yeah, they were like, okay, it's happening in late August. The second August 15th happened, I'm like, there's the halfway point. Where's my ban list? You know?
Yeah, because I remember that, because I think it was the like YCS in, I don't remember which one it was. Like, but they said like that was going to be the last one before the ban list. And so as soon as that one ended, everyone was like, all right, it's over. Where's the ban list? It's like August 20th now. Where's the ban list?
And then no. And then also, why are you going to regionals when Worlds is in a week?
Right.
Well, 'cause
Right.
It's near me. Like, You forget that a lot of people just go to a regional because it's near them.
Yeah. Oh, you're like actually gonna play in the regional?
No, of course not.
Oh.
I'm going to my Vanguard locals and not going to have an aneurysm round 3.
I got a fighting game on tomorrow, so I'm going to that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Which
I guess
game?
like while we're
I'm gonna
talking
be
about
playing-
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm gonna be playing
I'll
Under
just-
Night.
Nice. I'll just like share myself opening the Stardust pack, or I already opened the Stardust pack, did not get a UR, and this one doesn't give you a pity UR because they're a bundle.
Not enough people play KOF in my area. That's the problem.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see what garbage I get out of the Junk Warrior bundle. While we speculate what's going to get destroyed on the ban list.
Why is it a Junk Warrior bundle?
Because I guess it's like 5Ds, and I guess like Japan really likes Junk Warrior for some reason.
I like the aesthetic of
Okay.
it. It's like a guy who made a fighting suit out of scraps. That's pretty cool.
Co- Cosmo
Okay.
Dark One. What even is this? True
I'm not reading
Draco.
that card.
I'm not reading that card either.
It says
This is
requires
just
big
SR
monsters,
dust.
so I stopped reading after that.
Okay, I'm guessing like people have speculated. Let's start with Snake Eye. People have speculated that
Yo, Ceruli?
what?
Ceruli?
Mhm.
Guru of the Dark World?
Oh, people have speculated that probably what's going to get hit is either Poplar or Flamberge, at least from the Snake Eye. Like,
Yeah. Well,
The
no
package
Flamberge actually just kills the deck, right? Like they cannot combo anymore.
without Flamberge, maybe,
Yeah.
but also I am okay with them killing it. It's been almost a year.
Yeah, probably.
Mass
And that-
Chameleons and SR?
Yeah,
Apparently.
That is wild.
there's a lot of things that are like SRs and URs that really shouldn't be. I'm like, this is not
Right.
good enough to be this.
Like Junk Warrior.
Why isn't it SR?
Got to move somewhere with Mexicans.
You're
in
so
response to the
right.
comments about no one wanting to play KOF.
Mhm.
Move back to California, Matt. Come live with me.
I don't play KOF out there either. Yeah.
it's no combo, but
It
not
still
a story.
generates a crap ton of material, right?
Yeah. I don't think they want to or need to hit Fiendsmith. I don't think Fiendsmith is.
They're
the
probably
problem.
not going to.
What, you just hit Beatrice and Wave High King Caesar and
Yeah. And Apo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you need to do all three of those. Hit B, definitely. She needs to go.
Like, I mean, they will probably.
I mean,
ban
Wave High
Beatrice.
King
It's
Caesar
just
is
like
generic special summon negate
Yeah. But
at this point. Like, he's not actually generic, but he is.
Yeah, they probably, I guess, should, but I think Beatrice should be the highest priority on that.
Oh yeah, like
Um,
Beatrice is going to get
Wait,
murdered
no.
into the sun.
This
if they
doesn't
don't-
even.
Mhm.
There's another one. There's the new Evolzar guy, Lars. It's
Yeah.
not actually Dino locked.
You
Really?
can
You
actually
can detach two for a game.
Wait,
So you have another
Evolzar
generic that's
Lars. Let's see.
I mean, I can probably just look it up while I'm in Master Duel
That too.
for all the
Fine.
viewers.
And
2 level 6. If this card has material, your opponent cannot target it with monster effects. When your opponent activates a card or effect, you can detach 2 materials or just 1 material if all this card's materials are reptile and or dinosaur. Then target 1 face up card your opponent controls and negate its effects. So you're right. That is completely generic.
they can just make that.
Yeah, but like at least that one is only like an on-field negate.
Sure.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
like targets, so you can like kind of play around it.
There's that, and then it only gets to do that once.
Yeah,
So,
like if you
the-
make it generically. Like I
Mhm.
think it's I think like Lars is probably a level of disruption that is fine to exist. Because like Wave High King Caesar, part of the problem is that it also just like stops Nid.
I originally thought this card was Dino locked, like just required 2 level 6 dinosaurs because it says Evolzar on
Where
it.
the fuck
Yeah,
is
but
mine?
I mean, that's
apparently it's not.
That's how it was with the other. Like,
Yeah, that's why the
Dino
old ones
Rabbit.
don't see like a ton of play just because they require dinos.
Man, Wave High King Caesar is just like a rare in this game.
It is.
Yeah, that card's
I
good.
I play DDDs and like
Mhm.
he's very good.
Yeah, like this card is like insane, but that's the thing is like part of its strength is the fact that you can just like randomly negate Nibiru with it.
Yeah, I believe it's also that's part of the reason you play it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Part of the reason is also that's not once per turn, if I'm not mistaken. Is that?
Let me see. It is not.
Yeah, so that's 2 interruptions from 1 card.
Yeah.
And it's effectively a generic rank 6 at this point.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah. But I think like the big thing is that like this disrupts hand traps, so like that's fucked up. It's like multiple interruptions at once.
Mhm.
Like so you can use it to like insulate your own turn against like Nibiru, or just use it proactively to stop your opponent from playing the game. So like wave hiking Caesar probably can afford to be killed. You know.
It depends on how punitive they want to be. I know they want to do something to Snake Eye, but how much of the Fiendsmith engine are they trying to kill outright?
I mean, I think they probably need to kill like the problematic cards. So, like, definitely Beatrice, just because like Beatrice allows you to basically do anything in the game.
Yeah.
Surely they'll ban skill drain and not put it to 1, right?
Isn't it great that your opponent can flip skill drain and then send it for Snake Eye Ash?
Or Diabell Star.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel okay. Have you seen the discourse about Mimic Duel where they're like, I give my opponent a monster and they send it for Diabell Star? You feel bad for
or TCG exclusive archetype.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember the old days of Yu-Gi-Oh! When people would flip skill drain and have like Beast King Barbaros.
Yeah.
I'm gaming.
Yeah. You would just be on that floodgate and like playing a bunch of stuff that doesn't care about.
What was the trap equip spell that equipped to like Beast Warriors, gave it 100 attack, and if it kills a monster, you draw a card? Like
I have no idea.
Oh my god, let's see if we can find this card.
Yeah. Damn, I should have kept Master Duel open. Oh well.
No, it's fine.
Well, it might not be in Master Duel ? Maybe, I don't know.
I'll never find this card.
Yeah.
It's like
unless it was drawn by Kazuki Takahashi, it's probably in Master Duel.
That's a good point. Why do they not have Kazuki Takahashi?
There are a few cards that he like didn't want to censor for the TCG, so we just like don't have them.
Oh.
What is the name of this stupid card?
I'm going on Dueling Book and just looking up from the description of Beast Warrior. Let's see if that works. Okay. Beast.
Oh, I found it. It's Horn of the Phantom Beast.
Horn of the Phantom Beast. Oh my god. Oh, that's from like the TG stun stuff. You remember that? Yeah. Or it's like equip this to Rush Rhino and then like slowly outdo your opponent. And it was dog shit.
What a cool card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they can still combo not as hard. Yeah.
But yeah. So like Snake Eyes, there are so many things you could ban out of Snake Eyes. Like Snake Eye Ash, you could hit just to like lower their starting potential. You could hit Flamberge and just like kill the deck entirely.
I think they should. I think they should just kill Flamberge.
So what's actually going to happen is they're going to limit like Snake Eyes Oak, like they did in Master Duel, right?
Christ.
I think didn't they also like limit Ash at some point? I think Snake Eye and Master Duel is like inconsistent nowadays.
I don't know what the Master Duel ban list anymore. It's too hard to keep track of.
Yeah, it's okay. Your opponent can still just fire 3 maxis on your turn.
No, it's once per turn.
No, the Molt Charmies.
Oh yeah.
Just fire 3 maxis.
Can you do those stack? Like it?
Yes.
That's so funny. Okay.
That's why you activate all of them at once.
Oh man. All right, time to draw 3. I don't know. I feel like you could put wanted to 1.
Probably. Okay, well, what did they do in Master Duel? Let's see.
Oh my god, I don't think Master Duel is going to be the like.
I'm not going to worry about it too much.
Yeah.
It's not about worrying about it.
You can have the folder of memes if this X card gets banned, or a folder of memes if X card doesn't get banned.
Yeah. So like Snash is at Snash is at 1, Oak is unbanned. I think they set Wanted to 1. Like
did you
like
sorry, go ahead.
Because like the TCG still has to answer to Japan, right? So like we can probably see the way they ban things in the OCG and like extrapolate what they could potentially do if the ban list is complete fucking ass, which it might be.
Did you all see the article where Wizards of the Coast banned Nadu in Modern?
Yeah, where they were like, okay, we tested this card and it doesn't do shit, so we're gonna like design it for Commander instead. But we didn't bother to try playtesting it again in Modern, so now it's and so we just shipped a card that is insanely broken. Sorry.
That's one thing I like about Magic being like, this is why we did X, Y, and Z thing.
It is wild to me.
That shot was
it is insane because old Wizards of the Coast, like I'm saying, like let's say, like 2007 even, would have never changed a card last minute and shipped it.
Mm-hmm.
They would have been like, we're just not even going to change the card. It will just suck. That'll be the end of it. Like they would have never made such a decision, but they really were just like, yeah, we didn't test this shit. Yeah, actually though, they to both of those statements. I'm just like,
I warped the meta with my pet card.
I've played Magic for a long time. Or I used to play Magic for a long time, like since like Invasion, which is like 2001, and seeing like Commander come up in like 2006 ish. And it was Commander was kind of cool back then because people were just playing random cards, like just cards they had laying around at that point. And
like designing cards for Commander.
Yeah. But then, eventually they started designing cards specifically for Commander. And that's when it kind of, I don't know, I kind of started disliking Commander at that point. And then at some point or another, it became basically synonymous with Magic. And I was like, I hate this. But I understand that Commander players are willing to just buy stuff, so that's what they're marketing toward. But I also don't like that Wizard ships out like 12 products a month and then doesn't bother playtesting anything, apparently.
Yep.
Feels real bad.
Yeah. I was talking to my friend Trevor. Trevor, if you're out there, shout out to you today because we were hiking. And we were talking about how Vanguard is so afraid of making anything bannable and using their ban list, and Konami's like, fuck it. If it runs away with it, let's take it out back and stick a bullet in its brain for 20 years.
Okay, so apparently Dear Days 2 will have everything up to the new lyrical set.
Yeah, I really like 60-card Magic formats. Also 40-card Magic formats.
Is like when Steve Urkel basically took over Family Matters in the later seasons because they were so popular. Did I do that? Let's see. The guy in my old locals that tried to get everyone into playing Commander smelled really, really bad, so Commander in head became attached to that smell.
That is hilarious. That is so funny.
After I stopped playing, I became confused by so many people. This is the guy that this is the format that old Fart Beard Stinky Pits was trying to pitch to us. Why is it so popular? I don't understand.
I will say I find it so funny that the Walls combo deck and Pauper has been good for like basically the dawn of time. And every time they ban its winning condition, they find a new one.
That's so funny.
It is actually incredible.
Gotta love a deck that can be knocked down and get right back up again, like fucking Snake Eye. No.
Well, the deck just generates they just keep finding ways to generate way too much mana, and then they're like, "Well, time to do this." Yeah. But there was a whole like Defender archetype in one of the sets that really helped it out. So it's very good.
Also,
the old one was sorry, go ahead.
No, you keep going. You're not done talking about Magic.
Oh yeah. So there was the old version of this Walls combo deck played a bunch of cards called Familiars. Well, it wasn't really a Walls combo deck back then, but it played a bunch of familiar cards that like reduced the cost of spells by 1, generated a bunch of extra mana in Storm, and then used a common from Scourge that said return target permanent to its owner's hand, Storm. And you just bounced your opponent's entire board and then killed them with 1/1s. It was miserable. But it's basically the predecessor to this.
Yeah. Also, like going back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Briefly, I was posting about it randomly on our Twitter yesterday. Am I the only one that thinks that Yubel is just like completely fraudulent deck?
When you said fraudulent, I was confused what you meant. Fraudulent as in it is trying to be meta and it shouldn't be, or fraudulent isn't what? Like, what's the?
Yeah, like people. Like, are we sure this deck is good? Because, like, I know the deck is, like, not finished in Master Duel yet, because we don't have any of the Fiendstiff stuff, but, like, every time I play Yubel, maybe this is just the effect of me being in Platinum, but I swear, like, I imperm Dark Beckoning Beast, which is probably not even an optimal imperm, and they just like stop functioning. Like their brains just turn off. They don't know how to deal with a single imperm.
Or even funnier when they do the Phantom of Yubel that changes the effect.
Yeah.
The fusion, and like you called by. I've seen people just quit on the spot. I'm like, really? There's more. You have more than that. Like I know, like Nightmare Pain's on board. And
like
stuff.
Surely you can like. And also, like, obviously, like, going first, I can just, like, stop all of their combos with Memento, but, like, I swear, I have, like, a 90% win rate against Yubel, like, going first or second.
Well, for a while there, I like, in every deck I was playing, I put one copy of Reptile and Vosti, which tributes 2 0-attack monsters to special summon itself. And not for any consistency's sake, just to be like, okay, fuck you, here you go. And, like, a lot of people would just be like, what? Quit. Yubel players don't know how to play Yubel.
Yeah, probably.
How do I feel about the new Lukier? Mildly disappointed, but that's more about Lukier as an archetype, where in order to get a 4th attack, you rely on an order that you have to recycle every turn just to get 4 attacks. She's fine, though. Like, Venus is fine.
Apparently, the Deer Days poster is dropping at a lyrical-only tournament, too. That's so funny.
So base.
Of course, there's a lyrical only tournament.
Yeah. Oh, well, now their PR account is just posting the trailer because everyone fucking found the poster already.
Hell yeah.
Everyone. The cat's out of the bag. Oh my god. So, yeah, they definitely gotta do just enough to gimmick puppet to where the FTK isn't somewhat viable.
Don't you just love that they gave like the 2 most degenerate decks possible a Towers field spell? Like, yeah, that's exactly what we needed. The like FTK and OTK decks to just be unaffected in the main phase.
All right, make sure you get a draw Cosmic and set it.
Yeah. Surprise,
Vanguard players, it's your favorite. Disappointment.
Woo!
Woo!
Oh yeah.
What?
Speaking of like tournaments, are you planning to come up for the regional in Sacramento?
No.
Okay.
School's going to be ridiculous, but I know a few people who are going up there. So if you,
I mean, I already know that like Silver's coming.
Okay, Silver, but also Peter, Charles, and Trevor are all getting an Airbnb up there. So,
yeah, because like I live 2 hours away from Sac, I can just drive there.
Yeah. Trevor's also a teacher like me, but he's been doing it longer than me, so he's like, meh, this is doable.
Yeah, I guess this like taking a day off is probably not great for you at that time. Is October like a busy month for you?
Yeah, so October is like when midterms are happening, combined with no 3-day weekend the entire month and Halloween. So all that's going on at the same time, and it's also when parents start freaking out about their kids' grades because they're like, "Oh my god, going into the midterms,
true,
my kid's gonna fail your class!" So yeah, that's how that usually goes. Matt, I'm guessing your equivalent of that is just the people themselves panicking, right?
Yeah. Yeah. After the first exam, or really the first like midterm report, is when things start getting rough.
Yeah. Should be.
Maybe there's been 1 or 2 exams, and then people start freaking out. Sometimes it's right after the first exam.
Yeah, it depends on how type A is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's some people who are just freaking out on the first day. You're like, nothing's happening.
Well, if it's a subject you're bad at, like Katie for her master's has to take I forgot what it was, some kind of science course, but because it's online, they send her this big box of like all the stuff, right? So it's got beakers and seeds and stuff, and I'm like, that just is giving me a panic attack looking at that. Not only is it a STEM class, it's a STEM class I can't be in person for, so you're just like, ugh, gross. I'm doing this at home.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, it's invading my personal space.
Oh, yeah. Also, everyone's like meme posting about Twitter getting banned in Brazil.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was like this morning, wasn't it?
I don't know information on that subject. Talk about it.
I can't believe they do Miku like that.
Then that was a good trend. The Brazilian Miku was A+. Need more of those Midwestern Mikus.
Midwestern.
Yeah, seeing all the like regional Mikus has been fun. And then there was that one picture somebody posted of Miku getting arrested at the airport for having too many passports.
You can't arrest Miku. That's messed up.
That's pretty funny. Is that wait? Is that what Alvina's based off of, or
no?
What? No.
And you don't know about Miku?
What Hatsune Miku?
Yeah,
yeah,
that one.
Oh no, Sarsaparilla is who I'm thinking of.
And no, Sarsaparilla predated Alvina.
Like
I'm gonna make like one of these days I will make that joke real and just rig a VTuber model for it, but like or a legally distinct VTuber model for that, but like, you know, when I get off my lazy ass.
Yeah, gotta love the couple of Vita Premium transitions when I've had a VTuber come on and I'm like, this is interesting. I think it was the new Batama one that I had a VTuber guest for.
Yeah.
I still need to finish that. Who am I gonna get for Murakumo?
I don't know. Nobody plays that. Like,
nobody plays Murakumo. I think I might just do it like the Great Nature one where I was by myself and be like, all right, I hate you guys.
Look, Murakumo is it had its time.
It had a time once. It has never been meta since then.
Well, they had a bunch of really bad cards in G, and they were like, well, we need some really broken stuff to be good. And lo and behold, they got it.
I think the bad thing about the bad stuff in G was like it could have been good. Like it just wasn't tuned enough, I don't think. It needed some more oomph to it, like either a lower cost or something. Who do you play in Uni 2?
No, I'm playing Nanase because that character is easy.
God, I bought Under Night 2 and then I just like have not actually like practiced at all.
Boot it up. That
one of these days.
That game is peak.
Yeah, you two should play on stream, and then I'll just be talking.
I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Yeah, that's the fun.
Yeah, that's me every week.
My nephews are coming over for a sleepover tomorrow night. Smash Bros will be had, and I will kick their asses again until one day I don't, and they kick my ass.
I kept you trying to do so. Dash blocking is like really. Oh, you want to play Kaguya? Kaguya is really annoying. She's very funny though. But like dash blocking is like so basically doing a dash and then immediately blocking is very, very good on Under Night because of the way grid works.
Yeah.
So dash blocking is kind of broken. But I kept trying to do like 6-6 as my dash input, like in neutral, and then go to block, which kind of leaves you more vulnerable than just doing the macro and down back.
Oh.
And I was like, well, I guess I should just make sure I can do the macro and not worry about it. It's so easy with the macro and so annoying.
Talk about shooting yourself in the foot.
It's not quite Blaze Blue. There's no air dash. Well, there's like a pseudo air dash. There's no burst to save you. You're
I love this from Ed. Just get the same VTuber and flip the image. Most people can't tell Nuva and Mura players apart. I think it's more about that, like that particular VTuber knows about the deck, not what they look like. Macros are king.
Yeah, the dash macro 6AB is quite good. Oh yeah, dash blocking is like, yeah. Oh yeah, dash blocking is also insane in Strive because
both games, yeah.
Dash block. I guess anime games dash blocking is usually good, but like on all these games, like what most of these games have in common is you build meter for moving towards your opponent. So like dashing at your opponent and being able to immediately cancel into a block builds some kind of like resource for you, in addition to gaining space. So like it's really, really, really valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say like you're playing against like somebody's just throwing projectiles full screen, right? And all you do is dash block at them. You're ahead in the grid gauge by the time you make it to them. Like by like a lot. And all your opponent has done is try to like throw projectiles at you. And you've done nothing but dash block. It's gonna blow up switches, I'm convinced.
Strive Switch Fears, Lamau.
Yeah, there's a Switch version for Guilty Gear Strive for
nice.
unknown reasons. I hope it has the 3v3 mode so it can be the worst thing imaginable.
Whoops.
Yeah, Under Night is sick. You should play Under Night. Based French bread.
Now I want French bread.
I think Melty Blood Type Lumina is also quite fun. But that game is to me harder than Under Night. Well, I think they're both ridiculously hard actually, but for different reasons. Yeah, right. I'm really excited for this to see what happens with this KOF 30th anniversary. I hope some cool stuff comes out, like a bundled version of KOF 15 where you don't need to buy all the separate characters.
Or it's not DLCs at the wazoo.
Yeah, it's just so it's all in one package.
I can't believe King of Fighters is as old as I am. That's so weird to me.
Yeah, it's started in 94.
That's when I started.
It all began in 94.
Actually, come to think of it, when was the very first... Am I older than the King of Fighters? Let's see.
Asuka could, or if Asuka like just like throw spell into redraw, throw spell. I could break some switches.
October 1st. I was alive then. Yay. This is if we're gonna blow up the switch. Violent fighting to come again.
KOF is so sick. And City of the Wolves also looks great, which comes out next year. It looks so freaking good. Like, we'll see. And they're keeping zero frame supers, but they put a huge restriction on them. So, Grow Mark of the Wolves, which is the last of the Fatal Fury games to come out, had a bunch of zero frame supers in it. It was kind of like big gimmick. They kept them in City of the Wolves, but you can only do them out of a guard cancel, which is really, really annoying because you have to just defend and then do the super like in a small window. Okay, but the new My outfit is fire.
Rodney Vander hot takes, not farming for content, by the way. I mean, thank you for the setup. If nothing else.
I don't really have anything right now. I'm liking the direction that Divine Z has taken.
Well, okay. I know that we as a show have had one before, which is gifts are a mistake. I know we've gotten some.
That's not even a hot take.
No,
Come on.
That's
like a barely microwave take.
Yeah, that is. I pulled this out of the fridge take.
But like we've gotten flack for it before when we said it a while ago. And
I still don't think it's a hot take.
Yeah.
I'm right.
A hot take doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong. It's just that it's like unpopular, right?
Sure. I don't even think it was that an unpopular stance. I think there were just a few people who hadn't put all the pieces together yet.
Right.
Yeah. This is like a Tostino's pizza roll take. It seems hot on the outside and is still somehow frozen on the inside.
What are you talking about? You open that shit, that cheese is like lava. I guess if I was going to think of one, maybe something along the lines of Bushiro needs to acknowledge that mistakes happen and be okay with it, because trying to constantly do damage control has led to the biggest blunders the game has had to offer. It's the reason Murakumo exists. It's the reason that Legion disappeared. It's the reason that we got rebooted twice, and it's probably the reason why the game is not as popular as it could be. Because they can't just accept that mistakes happen. They're like, we got to clean it up immediately.
Yeah, or they like overcorrect.
Yeah. What about you guys? Anything? Or...
Like I said, like off the top of my head right now, like nothing really. Like this isn't even a hot take. They just need to make premium products.
Yeah, please help. Would love. Would shill.
Yeah.
You kidding me? I would be like, this is brought to you by Premium Get. Like, fuck yeah, I'd put on like fake sunglasses or something. Premium
Yeah.
It's not really a hot take, but I just keep wondering why a lot of modern card games or Bushiroad card games just refuse to have any online clients.
That's a good question.
I'm just like,
that shit's expensive, man.
I guess so.
That one fucking company went and made fake Grand Order, and we never got Vanguard online because of it.
Okay, but they're cooking.
I haven't played Grand Order in so long now.
They need to be upfront with whether they're going to support formats or not.
Yeah, I mean they have been very subtle about V no longer existing. It's just like slowly but surely stopped getting cards, and now it's not even like part of events anymore.
Well, isn't it a side event thing now?
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like if they, did what Konami does and be like, all right, this thing, side event, Edison, Goat Control. It would be nice. But I do think that there is like especially stateside, if they have a Bushiroad of America, they should be using us, me, you, Outer Orange, Tai Sensei Sama. Like we like premium.
Yeah.
And I think we could go a long way for like help disseminating it to people. We have a whole series on our channel about like how do I go from V to premium. I know it seems a little daunting, but then they fixed the problem of Harmonix Messiah with these new deck sets. So come on, what are we waiting for? That's fine, but it took so long to get any messaging at all. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like, also, like, they should probably start, like, if the goal is to just, like, have standard be the thing, like, they should at least try to design some cards for premium. Like, every now and then, we get a few that are, like, accidentally work for premium.
Yeah, but I guarantee they're not happy about it.
Yeah.
They are so careful to not let stuff be... Okay, it only works with Gary the Accountant, and if you don't have Gary the Accountant as your Vanguard, it doesn't work.
Actually, I wonder if this would be a hot take. I wonder if we could just, like, reboot premium from, like, the end of G. And just, like, ignore the existence of all the V cards. It's never gonna happen. But, like, I'd be curious to see, like, how premium would develop if we just, like, got rid of gifts and all the V cards and just, like, tried to play the game going forward from, like, the current standard format.
Interesting. We were, like, playing with the idea for a Halloween tournament at my locals where it's premium, but you're grade 3 and has to be an overdressed card, and you have ride lines, but all has to be, like, D cards. So, like, we're all kind of deck building and, like, playing with that for Halloween. Like, that random Blitzer stuff for Stoicheia that they made sure it didn't work with draw PGs. Yeah. Butterfly bitch.
Like, the Stride Dragons are, like, a cool example of, like, oh, yeah, they, like, actually did think about Stride decks for a little bit, but also part of that was, like, they made Stride decks in Standard.
I still want D cards allowed in V format. They have that. It's called Premium. I'm sorry. It's just one of the things I get the most enjoyment out of in any card game is the concept of deck building, and Premium scratches that itch for me. And Overdress is just so, figured out for the most part. My hot take is that some decks just feel like they're deliberately designed to be good because they're used by popular anime characters or who they assume will be popular, and some are designed to be bad. I think
that
happens.
No, like, I don't even know that that's a hot take. Like anime decks just like just have like bias, right?
Yeah. Like,
Well,
Remember like Chronojet in G?
yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing about the main character decks, they just got more support because
Yeah.
like that character was always relevant, so they were always getting more support.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They play
But,
more
like-
games on camera. Therefore, they have new cards that they got to show off. Therefore,
But like,
usual.
they printed all the G guards in G, and then just realized that some clans just have worse ones than others. Well, yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah. And hell, even for premium, they gave us promos. They're like, "Here's how you call G guards better or more," and I'm like, "That's great. Can we get better G guards?"
Yeah.
Aquaforce, Royal Paladin, Murakumo.
There are so many clans that could use like better G guards.
God, Murakumo G guards are so bad.
Yep. And I'm lucky that my main clan has like decent, good-ish G guards. Although, give me my Spangled back, Bushiroad. Why
Yeah.
can't I have her? What did I do wrong?
I think a good example of that is like Tachikaze Forever. And what sucks about Tachikaze is there's like 3 characters who play them early on in the show, and they get no support.
Yeah, they're all jobbers usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't design Eugene to be tier 1 with how it was designed, but that's okay. God, Eugene is the eternal butt monkey for Vanguard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like it at least has potential with a new grade 1, but also like the fact that all of the old support was designed around the dumb shit where you have to rest in the main phase means that like they're probably just stuck in that direction to some direction.
Well, they really just wanted you to play the other Dragon Empire boss.
Yeah.
Nirvana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
not
'cause
worry about the Eugene.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Um,
imagine his name Eugene.
Yeah, it's like the dorkiest name ever.
Right.
Oh, it's so funny.
We need the name of a desert warrior who retires the
I
rear
just
guards
think
of the
about
opponent.
Eugene from Hey
Eugene.
Arnold.
That's what I think of too. I'm okay.
That's the only thing I can think of.
My
I'm
middle
so
name is
sorry.
Eugene. How do you think I feel?
I'm so sorry. But I just think of Eugene from Hey Arnold anytime I hear that name.
That show was great.
So that's how I'm imagining the Vanguard card Eugene. Just imagine Hey Arnold Eugene in the like desert gunner wear.
Yeah.
There you go.
After the monsters from the Quiet Place hit the planet, Eugene set out on his into the desert, created by the monsters that attack you if you make any noise.
Yeah. See, I'm curious to see how the new Eugene works out. Also, I'm hoping my theory for Flagberg is true because I do like playing Aquaforce.
Mm-hmm. I have the deck in premium. It's quite fun right now.
Yeah. Also,
just G guards fucking suck.
yeah. I don't. This is probably not a hot take. They need to stop stuffing like 15 different like side sets into the like one off-season booster when the anime isn't airing.
Was Eugene the one that Helga would backhand? That was Brainy or something? The guy with the glasses, right?
Yeah, that was the guy who would breathe really heavy. Eugene was the one
That
who
guy.
always managed to hurt himself.
Yeah. Like he'd
And
fall
he'd
in a
be like,
ditch
I'm
or something.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When this new double R boss form for him was announced, I sent a picture of it to my Discord and told everyone not to talk to me about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Hey, Zaru. How's it
Yeah.
going?
Nuts.
Like, I don't mind the concept of like a low rarity boss, although it does like feel bad that it's a retrain of an existing one.
Yeah. If it's halfway decent, like I already have most of the Eugene cards, I'm down to play around with
Yeah.
it.
I
It's been
mean,
a long time since I watched Hey Arnold. I really think it's a fantastic show. I should give it another watch.
I only ever watched like snippets of it because I didn't have cable growing up.
Oh, yeah, fair
Okay.
enough.
So it's just like whatever snippets that were ended up on free TV.
Or like you were at a friend's house or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Choose one of your units with da-da-da. If you chose it, okay. I'm like looking at all the Dust Storm cards because it's been so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like because so many of them had to be designed around like resting in the main phase, I can't imagine like that aspect of the design going away. Like, probably what they're gonna do is give the deck a better payoff than like, oh, you can like call a new board to like soft restand all the shit you had to rest to retire.
Yeah, like look at this. Act main phase. If you have Vanguard with Eugene, retire this unit and retire an opponent's unit.
Yeah, because
What the fuck is that?
Because the goal of the original Eugene was that you would like Soul Blast 5.
Yeah.
But like no one ever does that shit because that's terrible and
Yes.
like not a good enough payoff for like what you're doing. So like I have to hope that the new one does, you know, something.
Feels bad to live in the US. At least maybe it'll go +0. Mexico got all the shows to air on public access. Well, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty dope.
All right.
So
What's up?
nothing.
Yeah.
They got my new catalytic converter in this morning. And,
That's nice.
It's supposed to be done tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Only took a fucking week.
Make sure to bolt this one to your car.
Yes. They don't do catalytic converter shields, but the muffler shop across the street does. So I'm going
That's
to.
nice.
Yeah. I guess if we're going to be streaming more, I'm trying to think of something else we can do for our patrons. Because if we're not going to be doing tangents so much anymore, we should think of something else.
I don't like. It's hard to think of like patron exclusive content. I like barely follow our own Patreon, even though it was my idea.
Well,
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with going for the Josh Strife Hayes method of you will pay for this content because you like it. And like that's it. He just like does not give his patrons like any benefits. They just like give him $10 because they like him.
I find it funny that it like most of our patrons are high dollar ones. Like I have a thing that's it's $1. You get access to our Discord.
Mm-hmm.
It's $1. Like you can find that in the couch. You know.
I do I said Hazel money, and she's going through some stuff, but she hasn't uploaded in a while. But I still chuck in the $1 there for Hazel.
I pay for MBT stupid podcast where he's wrong about everything.
He has a podcast.
Yo,
Yeah, whenever we manage to get together again, I can make you listen to it.
That would be fun. Yeah, because like whenever we go drive in the car somewhere, like I'll have you put something on.
Mm-hmm.
in other news, I got access to Deadlock like an hour ago.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm not sure what that says about me.
I'm surprised you.
There's a character named Seven. I thought I was gonna name my kid Seven.
What's in the box? Should rewatch that movie again. I showed my kids the Roaring Twenties, the gangster movie. You ever see? You guys ever see that?
I'm not sure that I have.
Nope.
So it's like a guy who comes back from World War I and he can't find a job, so he just turns to bootlegging. And then there's a girl who wrote to him during the war that when he first gets home, she's like still in high school. So he's like, "Yeah, I'll see you later. Bye." And then a couple of years later, he's like full into bootlegging, and she's 20 something now, and he thinks she's hot, but she just doesn't like him. So the whole movie is like big incel energy. It's a cool movie, but the whole point was it was made in the early 40s, and when it came out, everyone was like, "I want to be back in the 1920s." It was like the nostalgia shit for the 20s. So I'm like teaching my kids about like the concept of nostalgia and why it happens and stuff.
I do not care about Concord. I care negative about Concord.
You're gonna get access to Concord. Dear Days 2 is coming out. We talked about that earlier.
Yes.
Zario.
True.
Yes.
Yeah, you're kind of here at like the tail end of the stream.
Yes.
30. Wait, it comes out that soon? I did not know it was the 30th of January. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have everything up to like the latest lyrical set, but like by the time that comes out, we're probably gonna be at least like set 5, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
We get set for October, November.
Yeah.
Right?
We get stuff toward October, and then I think November is the TD. December is set 5 because wait, we have set 5. We're gonna get set 6 by that time.
Okay.
Yeah, so set 5 is December for us.
Okay.
And then like they reordered it so the stride decks come after that, but like in Japan, the upcoming things is like stride deck next, then set 5.
Gotcha.
So like we're probably gonna have set 6 by the time Deer Days 2 comes out.
Yeah,
we're still gonna be a good like 3 sets behind.
Fun.
Well, that's 5 days before my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that drops about a day before I get on the plane for Japan, set 5. And are you doing anything for your birthday this year?
No,
No,
I never do anything for my birthday.
not even like go get some food you like or something, or
maybe we'll see.
I don't know.
Still vaguely. I've kind of eaten like shit while moving, so I got to get back on my diet.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Don't worry, I keep eating like shit, even though I should be on a better diet.
But I haven't actually gained any weight because I've been moving. So it's not been a huge deal, but
but it's better to like maintain a better habit than not, right?
Yeah.
But now, when you moved, did somebody who had just shaved their head appear in the doorway and make you pee your pants?
Nope.
Okay, good for you. Glad it worked out that way.
I don't know why you're worried about such a thing happening to me.
Well, of course I know him. He's me.
I do not shave.
That's pretty much all I got in me. I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
I want some water.
I do want to go hang out with my gaming buddies. So,
all right, y'all. Thanks everybody for watching the stream. Leave a like, leave a comment, tell your friends. Patreon.com/Nexus at Night. Their respective social medias and all that good stuff. I always shave. Good for you, Zaru. Thanks everybody for watching. And
I shave like once a week when I have to go into the office.
I was Atlas.
I'm Matt.
Bye.
Bye.